eeny, miny, mo.
Look, I don't wanna talk. How you try and press the kid and really you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park. I just hit the start, I don't wanna speak. Talking all that good, so I just hit you with the please. Running up the score like Tyreek, I'm going deep. Watch me how I'm saucing, I be spreading it with ease. You gon' see the peace, you gon' see the...
What are you writing down, Georgia?
I'm just writing down my paces for this rowing that we're about to hit. Trying to stick to it as best I can. Easy to see it, I need to keep it visual. I can't just remember it all the time. So writing it down in this big map. So my first CrossFit or big CrossFit comp that I had to qualify for was called the Aussie Throwdown in Melbourne, CrossFit South Wharf. So that was the first one. I did that as an intermediate. I actually competed against Ellie Turner there, so it was pretty cool. From there, it was Asia, so the Asia CrossFit Championships in 2019. And I think that same year we went to Down Under actually as a team. So I was in a team of 4. From there, I've done Torian Pro in a team of 4 at the back in the pro teams, and then individually last year and this year. I think I was just turning 18 when I left gymnastics and started CrossFit. At that point, I don't think I'd ever heard of CrossFit before I actually started it. I'd never watched any YouTube videos of old games or anything like that, so I was pretty going in blind. But like I said, I competed against Ellie Turner at Melbourne at the Aussie Throwdown, so obviously she was amazing then and is amazing now, so that was really cool to be able to look back and sort of see her journey as well, from where she started to where she is now, and know that it's possible, if you know what I mean. So you can see where she started to where she is, rather than just looking at where she is now and thinking it's impossible. Wow, that's crazy. It's sort of, yeah, it seems a bit more achievable knowing where she started, or earlier in her career.
The first time I met Fraser and O'Keefe when he came to Australia, so we had this workout, and I was pretty strong at the time, but I was really, I guess, rough around the edges, and we did this workout as Heartbreak. I can't remember the reps of it, but it's like chest to bar, clean and jerk, and double under, and we all went in partners, and I went first, and I can't remember what my time was, but then Matt went and he beat me by 5 seconds or something, and then the next day we rolled in, he's like, all right, change of plans, we're going to do this workout. And it was running wall ball deadlift. And we did it and he dusted me. And then he's like, he turned to me and he goes, I knew you couldn't run. The only reason I put this in there was like, he's like, surely, yeah.
To try and find your weakness.
Yeah, surely there was something that was bad, yeah.
What a dog.
Yeah.
I was asked what Jake did outside of the gym, and this is pretty much it. He doesn't do anything but train at the moment, but I suppose that's what you have to do. And what do you and Daddy do to each other when you see each other on the big stage?
Do we know what we do?
Show me. Hearts? Yeah.
Beautiful.
That's nice.
First indie comp was Wodapalooza in RX, in the RX division, in 2017. Qualified for regionals in 2018. And then competed 19 in some sanctionals and some other things. Had a couple of years off with some injuries, and then came back in 2022. I've had just a pretty hard run with injuries and life circumstance between sort of 2019 to, even November 21 was my last knee surgery. So yeah, I'm just really excited this year to have just a full run into it, having just really consistent training, good training environment. Yeah, it feels really good.
Jake. So I remember when Jake first came onto the scene, I believe he was doing Raw Strength when I was doing Raw Strength programming back in the day. And I just remember this tank of a dude just coming in, and I was like, man, this dude looks strong as shit. And he was strong as shit. He was cleaning over 170, and we were just like, what is going on? And now I've been watching him build this endurance, build this capacity. He'll be very, very dangerous at the Torian Pro. He's if he's adapted to his aerobic ability and he's built some endurance alongside how strong he is, he'll do very well. And as long as he's got the skills to back it up, so if he can mix in how strong he is with some aerobic capacity, which can be built by anybody, mix in the skills, and then mix in the movement efficiency, man, there's no reason why he can't A, qualify, and B, do very well at the games, for sure. Like he's got enough strength to get through any of the heavy stuff, which I always sucked at. So yeah, and he's always been so friendly and nice as well. He's like got this big Hulk-like presence, but super nice fella. So I wish him all the best. I hope he does very well. I'm looking forward to watching him throw down, and hopefully I'm in the lane next to him.
Oh, you nailed it. Hey, go away.
She definitely gets her competitive side from Jake. Like anything that's competition, she's on it. Like, you need a job done. Frankie, how fast can you do this? She's straight onto it, hey? So competitive.
Are there many other dads in the field? In the individual
I
field?
don't know. I think I'm probably the oldest in the field too.
Zeke's a dad.
Oh yeah, there's Zeke. Yeah. I think a couple of guys in the field, I could be their dads though as well.
How old are you now?
33 this year. 33 in December.
You reckon you're fitter than last year?
Like, definitely fitter than last year. It's just consistency too. Like, you've just put in the hours, no missing days. Training's always there. It's always come first. Where previous years, you know, you might have felt a little bit banged up or something, and you think, oh, I might have a rest day, but you haven't really. Like, I honestly think you could probably count on one hand after the last 12 months how many days you've missed. Like, or even sessions, it's probably more sessions than days.
Yeah, like a PM or something.
Yeah.
Or a piece.
Or like a swimming piece or something. Like, you haven't missed much. And lots of running. You've done lots of running this year.
Yeah. Well, even last year, like I had knee surgery in November before last season.
Yeah, so you hadn't been.
So I didn't squat until February. I think was the first squat I did. I think I'd done like maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks of squatting before the Open. So yeah, I'm just excited to have an actual. Oh, you're right. To have an actual full off season and like a real prep into it. You know, like I didn't run until the end of March or something last year, and then it was like when King Arthur got announced with like box jump overs, 1500 meters of running, heavy thrusters. I was so scared, man.
Dad, I'm going
This isn't any good. Go.
But even that lifting competition was last year, you hadn't been doing a lot of like heavy lifting on your knee.
With the heavy lift, yeah.
Yeah, leading into Torian.
Yeah, really scary. It's like when people have expectation on you or something, and I hadn't been lifting.
I'm bored just stay.
Tricky. Oh, like everyone's going to say they feel like they're in their prime, right? No, I don't know, man. I feel like because I've had some injury and some time off and where I thought maybe I wouldn't compete again, it's really given me a sort of new legs with it, you know. So yeah, I feel really good. I don't know how long I'll do it for. For me, it's just next comp now. Every comp is the next one. Just if I'm enjoying it and I keep doing it and the kids are happy and my family's happy, I'll just keep rolling with it. I've got, you know, my partner, my should-be wife by now, but COVID's happened a couple of times for us. And yeah, I've got 2 kids. I've got a 2-year-old boy and a 5-year-old girl. I love having them around, seeing the process of chasing something that you really want, you know.
What's your favourite pick for a daddy-daughter day?
Double chocolate muffin.
Double chocolate muffin, that's right.
Does Daddy eat those too or not? No, he doesn't eat
Daddy's been known
those.
to have a milkshake or two.
Yeah, we like our daddy-daughter days. We don't get them much though, do we? No. Always pick mum, don't ya? Yeah.
Mummy,
What's the deal here? I got sweaty hands though.
Oh, excuses.
Ready? Steady. Go. You're
Are we
gonna
on?
see who can hold the longest. You got to hold there the longest, baby.
I'm already sweaty.
She's
What?
gonna be real upset if she doesn't.
Oh, I'm slipping. Are you slipping? Trying to drop at the same time so there's no losers. I'm slipping.
Ah, Daddy's down. We have a champion.
George is going well, man. She's she's really plugged some. Good girl. Yeah, I feel like we've really plugged some holes for her in the last 12 months. You know, since then I think Down Under was a good showing for her, especially like those strength events and the things that she would usually have a poor finish in. It wasn't as bad, and I think that's a real sign for her that it's on the right track. Like, she's got home runs, and it's just about for her just executing well on the ones that she's not necessarily as strong as the field in. But the women's field also looks new this year. Like, I don't know some of the names, so it'll be really interesting, you know. I feel like between Tia and Cara, there's so many points that they would snavel up, you know. So I think that maybe that'll give some real specialists a chance to shine on certain events, and then maybe the generalists are going to have a better weekend overall because there's not people snaveling up all the points, you know. So yeah, I think it's going to be a really interesting comp. But I'm excited to see her go around, and she's still so young, you know. She's got, like, I feel like she hasn't hit a peak yet. I reckon for George it's going to be 2 years and we'll see the best Georgia, you know.
So I've got 3 animals. The cat on the ground, his name is Dewey. He's a bit of a stray. We picked him up from a tennis court a couple months ago when he was just a really little kitten. We've got Franklin here, French Mastiff, big slobbery, big-headed boy. And then the little one is Twiggy. He's also a rescue. So we don't know really what breed he is. Between training, I'm looking after these 3. I'm eating, I'm laying down, not much to be honest. So we probably have like 2 to 3 hours between sessions usually on a day-to-day basis. So I will just use that time to try and rest and recharge and prepare for the next session. Unless I have something booked in, like appointments, or you've got things planned, like weekends are probably a bit better. Social wise, you know, we're going out and maybe go to the pub for dinner, or got camping and stuff with some of our friends out here. So I've been training with Jake, or probably since I really started CrossFit, to be honest. So that was maybe about 2018, very end of 2018, start of 2019, somewhere around then. So it's been a few years. Obviously only recently we've started to like really go ham training together, past 2-3 years, which has been cool. It's awesome training with him and someone that's been in the space a lot longer than I have. Because he's, you know, hit hurdles and obstacles and challenges that I haven't had to, because he's experienced those and figured out a way around them, or to avoid the mistakes that sort of he's had to make throughout the journey. So I think I'm pretty honoured to be able to skip those and avoid anything like that, which is cool. But it's good in the other way that he's my coach as well as an athlete to work beside as well. So always, if I've got any questions, I can always just hit them up to him, and he's got an answer for literally everything. Whether or not the answer makes sense, there's always an answer, so you can rely on that. And it's just a ball of fun. Torian last year was just incredible. Like, I had been there the year before, maybe even 2 years before that. So one of those years I competed at the back in pro teams with some of these guys, which was cool. And another year I was watching Toby and our other coach at the time compete in pairs. So I had been there in the audience, but just being out on the floor was just a whole different ballpark. Like, it was insane. One of the things I always take away from it is just how appreciative I was of the crowd. There was always, no matter if you're coming first or last, the crowd is just always behind you, and I love that about CrossFit, because you find that in a box as well. But to be at such like a huge scale of that, and having people just push you and cheer you, and always, like, people you don't even know, they don't know you, things like that, it's just really awesome, and it's such a great experience and a cool feeling. So I can't wait to get back out there this year. I think it was the second day, so the Saturday, I had moved up into the heat 1, the fastest heat, just from the places from the previous day. So in one of those workouts, oh God, it was a bad workout. It was the interval workout where you had to accumulate, I think it might have been 60 snatches, but every 2 minutes there was a buy-in of 12 chest to bar and 10 cal echo or something before you could hit the snatches. And out of the girls, I was the last one to get through the intervals. So obviously Tia did it in whatever she did in about 4 seconds flat. So she was coming back to help me and encourage me to get through my workout, which was really cool. It was a great experience. At the same time, you try not to get too flustered about it too, because like, she's just a human as well as I am. So I was definitely appreciative that she could be there and cheer me on and encourage me to finish the workout, but at the same time not to let it affect me in any other way other than just she's encouraged me to get through a workout. But it was a really awesome moment, and to have that sort of caught on film and stuff is even better, so I can look at that forever. So last year making Torian, it was just it was sort of
like up in the air. It was like, oh, I just want to try for it and see what happens. I didn't expect to go into Torian in 10th place after quarters. So that was really cool, being in the second highest heat and everything. But being my first year, I just said to myself that there's no expectations when going there, to have fun, do what I can do, and just enjoy the experience for what it is. And then I ended up coming 10th as well. So I entered and left in 10th place, which was pretty cool. So this year going in a little bit higher ranked, it'll be interesting. So I feel like there's maybe a little bit more pressure just because maybe my name's been thrown around a little bit more than it was last year. Like I'm just a bit more known than I was last year. So there's probably some more eyes on me than there were when I was in there last year. So that'll just be different. But at the same time, you've just got to, I just keep telling myself that I'm there to do what I know I can do. And, you know, if there's cool things that come with it, then awesome. And if not, it is what it is. But yeah, try not to get too caught up in the pressure that I either think is there or is actually there. Have this. He's horrible. Franklin can't catch. Twig can catch when he wants to. Twiggy, come here. Franklin often will just sit in that pool and lay in it for as long as he likes and overflows everywhere. And when he's hot, but a bit preoccupied. You sit, sit, shake. Doesn't really know how to do this, but I was going to see if we could fluke it. Come on, let me pour. Yay! The treat? Doesn't even want the treat. Yeah, throughout comp season, it's pretty much the same. Just work, train, eat, sleep, all the things that you need to do, and then anything else outside of that either happens when it can or after comp season. A day, we probably train somewhere maybe about 6 hours. So each session's probably about a 3-hour block. It's not solo training, obviously. It's like warm up, talking, setting up, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, we're probably in the gym for about 3 hours at a time.
Well, you got a couple of local superstars here.
Yeah, look at them. They've finally started to realise what CrossFit is. So, yeah, the paper's starting to get on board with it, which is good.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I know, they're so awkward when they get a photo. They're weird. He had them lined up like in the Step Brothers movie, and then they're like, oh, I don't think we should do this. So lucky they changed it, because they would look like a bunch of idiots, but all good. We keep each other grounded, that's for sure. I try to anyway, so a lot of sledging going on, which is always good. But no, it's good fun, energetic. He's ADHD in a way, so you're just trying to keep up with him all the time, and he's forever bouncing around. G's good, G's come a long way. So I think, yeah, she had to, hanging around us the last couple of years. She grew up real quick. But yeah, it's been fun, real fun. I think fun's the word. If you're not having fun, then why are you doing it? So yeah, it's good for us.
We're finishing our slots, where are you?
I was hoping that would happen.
I tell you, time is of the essence.
Get off the pillows, you weirdo.
Oh, that's some free workout.
Yeah, it's just George's world we're living in, mate. It's late every single day.
People to meet. Things to do.
Sick of waiting on you.
Some of those good things are worth the wait. And here I am.
Georgia Pryor, my goodness, headache central. It's a really weird thing. The gym just happened. It wasn't something that I'd planned on. I was a plumber before we opened. Yeah, we're nearly 10 years into running it now, and it was just all literally falling forward. And it's still like that, you know, and I'm very aware that these guys allow me to do what I'm trying to chase. And then when we see them, you know, in here crushing their goals or chasing their dreams, that's really powerful as well. So I feel like as, you know, I do what I do, maybe people get inspiration from that, you know, just chase what you want to chase.
She's real cut up when no one wanted it either. She was like,
what was it?
The WWE walkout song. Is that what it's called?
Entrance song.
Entrance songs, yeah. Yeah. Hey, George. Are you at your percent? Oh, you just made it look heavy.
Do you think the smack talk is detrimental or beneficial to your training?
It depends how hard they go, because sometimes you're sensitive, you know? So, but I think beneficial most days, that helps. Sometimes it gives you more energy, makes you feel better about the day.
Have you got much stronger this year?
I'd like to say yes. I'm feeling definitely stronger. Haven't tested in quite a bit, So not sure exactly number-wise, but I feel like I'm definitely getting stronger and able to move heavier weight better in a workout, which is good.
Hey, sound good. Yeah. Look. I'm interested in making ends opposed to making friends. Double bangs. I've been paranoid having the safest sex. I'll take the check. Finishing this drink should only take a sec. But Mark just cut me off. He told me that I go on stage in 10. Walk out to my own shit on the main event. Givenchy my cologne after the show. She told me that shit was a favorite sin. Sprint event is spacious. We could take your friends. What happened next? You could take a guess.
So George writes all the stuff on the board because my writing looks like a 2-year-old did it. Like Johnny would probably do a better job with the writing in the booklet.
We follow hard work pays off programming. As for like coaching, I'd say I probably go pretty well through Jake. He's got a coach above him from hard work, who sometimes will give me some certain things through coaching. If I have any main questions, I'll shoot them through to Jake and he'll either ask his coach or give me what he reckons.
Yeah, her progress has been, I don't know what the word I would use. It's like it's this steady rise since she started, sort of digging into it. I'm excited to see where she's at this year, obviously, but I don't think we've seen the best of her yet. I think that's still to come, a couple of years on, a couple of more years of just experience in competing. But yeah, she's awesome. Grateful to have her with me.
I think, he's gonna kill it this year. He's put in a lot of hard work over the past few years, so I think it should pay off for him. I really hope it does. Pretty lucky to have somebody like him to train with every day. I don't know him.
Yeah, I'm doing this. I'm just
sort of stranger. No, this is like
I'll look.
Matty manager. Matty everything, actually. We call him Matty multi-purpose because he's a bit of like a coach, manager, friend, like pack horse.
Jeez, that's the nicest thing she said, friend, I tell you. Yeah, mate, just the chameleon. Just do whatever I have to do around here. That's basically it. Why is there an echo on this? I didn't.
Yes, an echo buying in for every set. So you go.
I think that I would get this one purely for the rowing. Yeah, if this was like...
I think your handstands too. You're really good at deficit handstands.
Yeah, I'm better at deficit handstands than flat.
Yeah.
So, but if this was like, if this workout was maybe running or like fucking burpees, maybe box jumps or something.
You're like dumbbell box step overs or something.
Yeah. Dubs, anything that was like not the power to weight didn't matter, then we'd be really, really close. I still think we'd be close, but
Sounds opposite. I don't think so. Especially considering how hard everything just felt then.
And you'll get off your... gets in my mind. Now she's just playing games with me. It's like, oh, it's not so hard.
You'll get off your rower like a freaking minute quicker than I will.
I hope so.
Well, I mean, if you
We'll
lose, bad. Definitely should not lose.
Yeah, good. Yeah, good. Bad performance. Jeez, I won't think about it now.
I'll tell you now. Dead to me if you lose.
Dead to me, R.I.P. buried. 무리들이 몰려온다 사죄해라 미리. Dead to me, R.I.P. buried. 무릎 꿇고 고개 숙여 반성해라 피리. 왜 이래요? 잘못 오셨네요. 상관없는 자에게는 묻지 마세요. 손끝 끝이 씻고 and I live to tell the tale. 못이 박히기 했지만 coffin and a nail. Bury so deep in your excrete. 누굴 탓해? 다 네가 한 짓. I've been mute. I've been discreet. 알만한 사람 다 알아. 나 in these streets. 시끌벅적. 동네 시끄럽네요. 시끌벅적.
Obviously the games is the goal, right? No one going there, well, very few going there, probably that isn't the goal. But it's also just to see what I can do. I just want to go in healthy, have a good dig. I just want to see the hard work pay off. Yeah.
I feel more confident in myself. I feel like I know that I have more potential than I did last year. Like having a bit of a gauge, being out there on the floor has been a bit different and a bit of an eye-opener. So that means that in training, I'm trying to change things and take a few more risks to sort of see where I'm at and challenge my threshold in certain things, especially strength. So heavy barbell, that is my weakness. So trying to get better at that and then sort of see where I stand amongst some of the girls in sort of those workouts. Maybe not 1RMs, like I'm still not quite there. Against some of those girls, they're crazy, but in workouts with a heavy or moderate to heavy sort of load, I'm trying to push those a bit more and sort of see where I can stack up with my weaknesses.
Torian is so close to Wodapalooza, the feel of it, which obviously people haven't been there either. It's like just a fitness festival is what it feels like. It's probably the most intense feeling of the crowd that I've experienced at a CrossFit comp. The crowd is right on top of you. And yeah, it's just a vibe. Like the boys do Torreon really well with the fireworks and the confetti, and yeah, it's a vibe.
Boxes, I cannot fit in the boxes. Stop it, quitting was never an option. Exhausted, this passion is never exhausted. And you cannot stop it, nah, you cannot stop it.
I knew like Ricky was always gonna be coming back, like, and when he come back, I was sort of like in the nicest possible way, I sort of just wanted to like squash the hype a bit.
I had to switch up the flow, show you the way that it go. God is good, but his life is hard. But it gets better when you grind small. I'm just really trying to leave a mark. We tired of being who they say we are. Pass the baton, we gon' take it far. Always be real, we don't fake it all. Tired of 9 to 5, just making nothing survive.